Hi, hello, annyeong, it's me again, Lea Mathilda, coming at you with a new video. Today's video is just time to give promotion and the love to the groups out there who have been so nice to me. In this video, just let me talk about one of my favorite girl groups out there, GFRIEND, because they deserve it and they are freaking legends. So without talking too much, let's get down to business, people, shall we? GFRIEND is a 6-member girl group under Source Music Entertainment that debuted on January 16th, 2015 with the song Glass Bead. They actually should have debuted in 2014, but due to some complications, they had to push the debut back. 6 beautiful girls with Sowon, their leader, Yerin, their lead dancer, Anna, the lead vocalist, Yuju, the main vocalist, Shinbi, the main dancer, and Omji, their maknae. Their debut song actually charted pretty okay for a debut, but it isn't until their first comeback that things would change a little bit. On July 23rd of that same year, they released their second title track, which is part of the school trilogy, with Glass Bead being part 1, called Me Gustas 2, 오늘부터 우리는. Which is today one of the most iconic songs in their complete discography. Even though back then it was also still a known song, it just wasn't hitting as hard as it is still for so many K-pop fans nowadays. This song was actually said to be 2015 South Korea national anthem because it was dubbed and covered by so many people, danced by so many people on the streets and everything. For their whole promotion of this song and this album, they didn't get any first win, and it isn't until October 5th of the same year that things just started to get a little bit special for the girls. They performed on a stage that was filmed by a fan and posted on YouTube. The stage was very slippery and there were bugs everywhere. One of the members has a bug phobia, their leader, and one of the members slipped 8 times on that very slippery stage, but just managed to always stand up again and continue her performance, and this proved people of the professionalism that these girls actually have. By the time that this video is up, the video is at more than 15 million views, which proved to so many people just how professional these girls are. And Yuju, the girl who fell, actually said that people were interested in them after that, not because they fell so many times, but because they stood up every time they fell. And you could tell that people fell, no pun intended, for the group after that. A few months after that stage, GFRIEND had their newest comeback, their second comeback, and the last part of the school trilogy with the song called Rough. And when I tell you that this song exploded, it did poof with their career. Starting from that song that so many people started joining the Buddy, which is their fandom, and became very interested in these girls. That comeback alone was the one that gave them their first ever music show win, and it was very emotional to see it. But not only that, but they had 15 consecutive wins. For a rookie group, this is amazing. So emotional to see how they reacted to every single one of these wins, because they just didn't expect this to happen. But you know, as they say, GFRIEND really did that. And you could just tell, literally tell, that this was the start of something new for GFRIEND. I had to Their next comeback a few months later, Navilera, was just as successful as that one, as they got 14 consecutive wins with that comeback alone. GFRIEND appeared in more and more variety shows, being seen as this very genuinely talented and funny girl group that they actually are, and earned 2 undeniable titles. Back at that time, they appeared after every single one of their comeback on a program called Weekly Idol. There is this one game called the 2 times speed game where you perform your own song but at 2 times the speed, and people saw GFRIEND's version of this and were shook because they did it so well that people were praising them for their incredible dedication to their dances and everything. Chef's kiss. They have also earned very early in their career the title of Queens of Synchronization. At that time, there was no one who could beat them. There's still no one, but many groups are nowadays very good at synchronization, but it's just there was no one like GFRIEND out there. There's even clips of them appearing in other shows as if they were just one person dancing. It's incredible. And I remember that GFRIEND for the longest time had been criticized for every single crap that people could find out there. Most of the time it was because of their repetitive sound that I would rather call their signature sound, but you call it whatever you wanted. So they had a little change of sound and a little concept from time to time just to prove people that they can do different things, and I will put here a few of their songs that completely threw people out of their freaking windows. You see that they did other things as well, and you see that with time they matured in their content, with Mago being kind of different from the school trilogy, for example, because they can do every single concept that you put on their table. People entered the fandom like this. At one point, they were one of most popular K-pop girl groups of the 3rd generation, and being the only one in that position outside of the big 3, being YG, SM, and JYP Entertainment. The girls won award after award, music show win after music show win. People were so in love with their friendship. It just seemed as if this grew because of so many beautiful things that were coming ahead of them, as if the group would just hold on forever and would just never disband. Verdammte Scheiße. Out of the blue, people, on May 18th of this year, news outlets posted the rumor that GFRIEND would disband this year, and no reason was given. So I thought, no, this cannot be possible, people are just inventing it, until May 22nd hit and they actually disbanded, posted clips of them saying thank you buddy for everything and all of that. And I thought, did some of you know this? Did someone see why this could have happened? And it just didn't feel real. I couldn't understand why. There's this one tweet on Twitter that I found that represents my feelings on point, because it just doesn't feel real. There were rumors about them having a comeback very soon that I was really anticipating until these news came out. There were also rumors that Source Music Entertainment had tried to trademark GFRIEND the name, maybe because they didn't want them to use the name after their contract ends. There's just so many things going on, but Buddy have been just as curious as I am, and I'm a Buddy as well. Hello. I just made a little list of things that people have been speculating on the internet and that I have been speculating as well, just for you to see that it's weird out there. Warning, none of these things are proven to be true. These are just speculations coming from a lonely K-pop stan. Number 1 being that Source Music is going to debut a new girl group and should focus all of their attention on that girl group. So they kind of rushed GFRIEND's next comeback just so that they could put it to the side and focus entirely on the new girl group. I know that Source Music and Big Hit Label or Big Hit Entertainment are going to have a girl group that is going to be co-managed by both of them. Big Hit Entertainment pretty much owns all K-pop, aka BTS, TXT, 17, GFRIEND, well, saying the company's names, Source Music, Pledis Entertainment, etc. And the company's new name is called Hype Entertainment, but whatever. So why would they rush GFRIEND's comeback like that and put them to the side as much instead of giving them one last comeback with their fans? Might I add that their last group song was released on November 9th, 2020. And they disbanded here in May. So there would have been largely enough time for the company to put something in there, right? Number 2 is that they were overworked. GFRIEND has been known to appear on variety shows, stages, OSTs, whatever. They have worked so hard for such a long time, having multiple comebacks and multiple appearances on TV in one solo year, which would have been probably emotionally draining for some of them. Yuju, the main vocalist of the group, once said in an interview that since they were working so hard all the time and never really rested, she had the idea to take out her wisdom tooth just to be able to rest at one point. And imagine how hard it is to not have any rest, that you have to find any solution, no matter how hard it would be for you to be able to rest. That's a problem. Another thing is that on one of their stages for Love Whisper, she suddenly started to bleed on her foot because she said herself that she didn't know why. And I think it's because of being overworked and just the stress or something, or she hurt herself while trying to perform as well as possible. Number 3 is that they maybe just want to try out something new. Maybe they all have different talents. One wants probably to start a YouTube channel, to start acting, a regular MC, to do this and that. Maybe they were looking for an opportunity to do so on their own. And number 4 of my ideas was that fans have been thinking that Source Music Entertainment should have given their money income sources much more attention that they already did, in ways that they should have probably done something better to make the girls happier. And maybe behind closed doors we never know what had happened. Maybe they were treated better or worse than we think they are, because I remember in one variety show, Una, the lead vocalist, said that she was scolded very much for her debut stage since she did a little mistake. So maybe they just want to go separate ways with the company, because I guess they have other ideas, and maybe this would add up to the third point that I gave, and they could do something like GOT7 did. Everyone is in their own company, coming back together to promote as a group once in a while. Who knows? GFRIEND is a group that I had a love-hate relationship for such a long time. I just really didn't like them for some reason, but at one point it just became undeniable that these girls were made for me. They have such different distinctive personality, and literally what I say is that once you go buddy, it's as if suddenly the door disappeared. You can't go out there anymore. You're just stuck in the fandom. I mean, I'm not on Stan Twitter, but I am fairly active on... What am I saying? I'm just blabbering. It's late. I feel like I'm not too sad about their disbandment news because it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel as if they wouldn't be there anymore as a group. It just doesn't feel like that. I remember with IZ*ONE it felt like that, but with GFRIEND I feel like they're just still there, I guess. And I can feel that this is not the end of the group. It's the start of something new. I don't know how I should feel. I just don't know. I guess this is the end of this video. I just wanted you to think that there's still something out there. It's not done with them yet. They're still going to surprise us with something at one point. They still call each other members. Ugh. Anyways, this is everything for this video. I hope you liked it. I hope that I kind of made you get interested in these girls and their synchronization and their personalities and their fandom. If you want me to talk about other groups on this channel, I'm open for everything. Like I said, my comment section is free. You don't have to pay for anything. So thank you for watching, people. Stay safe, stay alive. Please subscribe, and see you in my next video very, very soon. Adios.